is dangerous. They all sense it. Why can't you?
Welcome back to Crane's Bar and Grill. We're Crane's. This is a bar. That's a grill. Kenobi, yes. Haven't had anything to drink, I swear.
Yeah, so the first episode, Obi-Wan. And I took notes. They didn't, so they got to go off their memory.
Nope, we're just winging it.
Yeah.
I have a good memory for TV shows. Not much else, but TV shows.
Yeah. And we're pretty big fans of Star Wars. You know, we know all the stuff. Read a few of the books. I've read a bunch of them. Have you read any of the books?
I never really read a lot of the books.
Yeah, and you probably haven't read any.
Because you read the
No.
Thrawn trilogy and stuff like that.
I just watched YouTube videos of them going over the books. So I don't have to read them.
Oh, there you go.
So you get the gist of it.
Yeah, like I do with Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Makes it easy.
I do something similar.
So we're pretty big Star Wars fans. Both of their first movie was Episode 4. I made sure when they were young that that was their first movie. But I don't know I don't keep up with this every little tiny thing. But
That's the stuff that I get interested in.
Yeah.
It's like the minutia, ooh, they said this line. What does that imply with all this other stuff?
I'm more as kind of enjoy, but there are stuff that bugs me, like The Last Jedi just made me mad.
The whole sequel trilogy. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Made me mad. So
Don't like any of it.
that one. But so we're gonna give Obi-Wan. I'm pretty lenient a lot of times when it comes to stuff. I just want to enjoy, as long as it's not something too blatant. And this, the first part's gonna be spoiler free. And then we'll give what we thought about it, Episode 1, and then we'll go into spoilers and stuff. So first off, I'm gonna need a rum and coke. All right. The new rum, what is it?
Bumbo rum.
Bumbo rum. What do you say?
What?
Not a sponsor.
Oh, no. That's right.
I'm gonna have some Celtic honey on the rocks.
Celtic. All right, so we got our drinks now, and so Episode 1. I liked Episode 1. I liked that little slower burn. It was kind of setting it's kind of
setting things up. It's giving you a feel of how the not only the galaxy but Tatooine at least. How Tatooine is going.
World, how Obi-Wan is doing, and of course it's Ewan McGregor. So there's no having to buy into, is this Obi-Wan? It's Ewan McGregor. You already think of him as Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
And so I liked it. I liked. We're not getting any spoilers, so So I gotta wait on that.
Yeah.
But overall, I liked Episode 1. I thought it was good. I mean, there was a couple little things, but nothing's ever perfect.
Yeah.
I can't say nothing. I mean, there's some things that are pretty close, but for the most part, they didn't really do anything crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really good setup. It got me interested for what is coming in the series.
Yeah.
I liked all the characters. The one, the Grand Inquisitor. I liked him. I liked the way he looked. I liked all that stuff. It was a tall guy, so he was kind of imposing and stuff like that. Then the other Inquisitor, the one with the flat hat, I don't know what they're called, if something specific. I liked him. I liked their, it showed the double-edged saber.
In the ring,
Now, I am worried if later on in the series, if they're going to show him fly.
Flying with it.
Like in the cartoon.
In the cartoon, it was okay. But in real
they don't
life,
really they don't fly, they didn't take off with it. They used it to glide down.
But in the
That would look okay.
Which I feel like that might be okay.
It might be okay, but I think it looks silly in a live action.
Yeah. I feel like if they did do anything like that, it would be them using it for flair as they're jumping off of something really high.
Could be, yeah. It might work with something like that to slow them down a bit. And then what's her face? What was her? Reva.
Riva. Okay.
I was worried
I
about
can
her
remember
because she didn't have any kind of makeup on like the other.
Yeah, she didn't look like the other Inquisitors.
So she didn't have any kind of makeup on, which that gives you some more gravitas whenever you're doing it.
When
So
you already look creepy and intimidating.
yeah, then it's easier. So like I was telling you guys before we watched it, I said she's gonna have to bring it because she's gonna have to. It's gonna be her that's gonna have to bring the thing. And I thought she did a good job. Well, and it wasn't.
She
so
seems
much,
like she's because they called her third sister. So she's like the lowest on like the totem
I guess
pole,
the new one, yeah.
or the new one,
Yeah.
or but yeah, and
But
she was good in like she was like impulsive.
Yeah,
and
I like that part of it.
yeah.
She was impulsive. She seemed very ruthless, and that's what she was going to need to be because being Inquisitor with that makeup, with that guy, like that, he can just seem. You can already just take him as being ruthless.
Yeah.
But she was going to have to make, and they wrote the character as far as her lines and everything like that. She was pretty ruthless.
Yeah.
I mean, did you? I mean, I thought she, the way they wrote her there, she was. I won't give you spoilers yet, but I mean, she seemed very mean.
Yeah.
Which is what she needed to be.
Yeah.
So.
I liked her.
I like where Obi-Wan is like mentally at the beginning of the show.
It's earned.
Yes.
Unlike in The Last Jedi, it's not.
Yeah.
earned.
But like I like where he is now, and I think there's gonna through the season there's gonna be a lot of progression of. I don't want to get in spoilers,
because it's
but
10 years.
He's gonna progress.
Yeah, it's 10 years, so I could see him at first getting there and watching over him and stuff like that. But as time goes on, and Obi-Wan's someone who would think about this.
Yeah.
Think about not only did I kill basically like my best friend, but my Padawan, but the Jedi, lost everything because we didn't see the Sith right in the middle of everything for how many years? We didn't even see that,
Yeah.
I mean, how bad were we? I could see him over the years going and losing.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, so what everybody think?
I thought it was good. I really liked the
Good,
first
too.
episode.
Yeah. If you had to give it like a 1 out of 10 or 1 to 10.
I'd say probably good like 8 or 9. There's not. Like,
I liked it.
I
thought it was pretty
it a
good.
lot.
I'd give it an 8. Yeah.
Yeah. I liked it. I'd probably give it a 7.
Okay.
Yeah, you're harder on these things.
Yeah.
All right, so that's it for after this. We're gonna go to spoilers.
Yeah.
And then hopefully here in a day or so we'll do episode 2. We'll have episode 2 out. So for the people that don't want any spoilers or anything like that, then we'll see you next time. All right, so now to spoilers. So like I said, I actually took notes because I wanted to make sure I viewed it. I watched it a second time. That way I could,
I thought about doing
Just
that,
to make
and I might
sure.
do that with later episodes.
I don't have to do that with the second one. I should have done that with our first one, probably, though.
Well, I just wanted to make sure that, the first time through, like I said, I tend to have like a little more rose-colored glasses and go, oh, this is whatever.
Yeah.
And then the second time through, you'll notice little
Yeah.
things,
Yeah.
But like I said, overall, I really liked the first episode. Like I said, we liked Riva being impulsive. I liked that it showed Obi-Wan's daily grind. Like
Yes.
after 10 years and how you can get, just because he's a Jedi doesn't mean he's not a person.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can get in that daily grind where every day you go and then you can get more and more depressed and more,
Yeah.
and then, at first you're thinking it was kind of a significance to him folding up that, the getting the meat and folding it up. I thought something was going to happen where he was going to get caught or something.
Yeah.
No, it was just to show that he does the same thing every day. And it's just, I
liked the other Jedi that they find and end up
you
killing.
can tell he was probably a Padawan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Probably still
And
because he's not.
you can tell that he still idealized
Yeah.
the Jedi,
The Jedi.
and what the Jedi stood for and
Yeah.
everything. And he was still kind of childish about it because that's what he remembers is him being
Yeah.
a child and the
not getting
Jedi what the Jedi were supposed to stand for, but
Yeah.
he never really got old enough to see through.
Yeah, and not getting like, when Obi-Wan was like, that's not me. I mean, you're looking for somebody else. Didn't get the hint.
Yeah.
He's not old and grizzled enough, been in war, been in a situation like that where he's had to, been on missions and knowing that when somebody says, they go, oh, yeah, okay, you're probably not who I'm looking for. You know what I mean? just
Yeah.
to get it. You
Yeah.
know, he didn't quite get it. He was like, "What are you talking about?"
He thought he was just
Yeah.
doing it to be like, because he didn't want to fight anymore. Like, no, he's protecting something more important. That's why he needs
Yeah.
you to go
yeah,
away.
Yeah, he doesn't need you to give him away.
Yes.
Because he's got Luke
Yeah.
to protect. And then I like the Jawa selling him the stuff.
Yeah.
I like that. I thought it was
Yeah.
good. I like it. He's
Yeah.
selling me my own stuff back. And he was
He's like, you're gonna sell me my own stuff. At
Please
least clean it.
and he goes, cleaning costs extra. I thought
That was
That
good.
was pretty funny.
Yeah, and the fact he was buying that toy that you see later in episode 4.
In episode
and
4,
he's
yeah.
doing the thing, you know. So, and then of course he gives it to him, and then
Owen gives it back.
Owen gives it back.
I completely understand Owen.
I do it, and I like they got the same person,
Yeah.
the same guy that played him, so you don't have anything believing who is this guy or what.
Right.
You recognize him right off the bat.
Yeah.
At least I did.
And
Yeah.
I could tell that. I'm assuming it's not his natural voice. It's very gruff,
Mm-hmm.
but I could tell his voice. He's making himself sound like Uncle Owen in episode 4
Older
a little
Owen, yeah.
more
Yeah, and
in a believable way, not in
Right.
like a.
because even in episode 4, Uncle Owen was like, but I need you here. What are you doing? That
Yeah.
you could tell that's not something he wanted.
Yeah.
And he knows who Obi-Wan is, and he was like, I think that he's dead or he's whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think he's alive anymore.
Yeah.
You can tell he's trying to keep him away from that.
Yeah.
You know.
It wasn't
Why we
anything
should-
that I
yeah.
disliked about episode 1. I
No,
liked
well,
all of
there's
it.
a couple little picks, but they're a little more nitpicky. But
Yeah.
it's something. But anyway,
I also only watched
It's something
one.
the studio could have It's things the studio could have foreseen,
yeah.
Yeah.
And, well, and
or the people.
And
running the show or
I'll
whatever.
and I'll get to that one other thing. And a lot of times it's just an older person and what your experiences are, whether it's something that it wouldn't even occur to you. Oh yeah, and plus him having a job,
Pastries? I don't know.
Obi-Wan's just not going to sit in a cave and then go out and look at him. That would actually cause way more suspicion
Yeah.
than having a job and going to a job every day. So you just look at another person, other than there's some weird guy out in the in the hills that walks around. We don't know who he is.
Yeah.
That would actually cause people to talk.
Yeah.
Whereas having a job, it's just a guy. And I thought he should have had him maybe, but I can see maybe over 10 years you getting disaffected. I thought maybe you should have had him try more often, because I thought to communicate with Qui-Gon, because I thought, Yoda said, I'm going to teach you to,
Yeah, I could see
commune
it
with your
being
old-
one of those
commune with your old
things
master.
where, at the beginning, he tried.
That's what I was thinking.
And then it seems like as time's gone on, he's gotten more and more just
Yeah.
bogged down by the memories of everything that happened.
Yeah.
And you try less and less, and if it's not working, and then it goes to Leia, and I like the girl they got playing Leia. She's cutie.
you?
And
Yeah.
there was a couple of times she gave a look that I was like, that does look like Leia.
Yeah.
A couple
Yeah.
of looks she gave. And of course they've got her dad Bale, so they got the same guy playing him. What's his name?
Yeah.
And he's good. But it is, and that's where you get to a little bit of a nitpicky thing. Leia said, "I just remember mostly, images and feelings of my mother."
In Return of the Jedi, I think.
Yeah.
Luke asked her about her mother before he says that they're
Yeah.
siblings. He asked her about her mother, and she's like, I don't really remember a whole lot, but I remember
Images
like,
and feelings and
her
stuff
face
like-
and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
I'm wondering, though, if her adopted mother
That's
is going
what I'm
to
thinking.
die.
I'm thinking
That's what- if they have
by
her-
the end of
yeah.
the series, by the end,
Yeah.
She's
her
going
adopted
to
mother is
die.
going to die.
Yeah.
If they have her
somehow.
die, then it will
Then
be.
it'll make sense.
Well, it'll be a little more plausible
Right.
because
Yeah.
when you're 10, you're still going to remember your mother. Now, if your mom dies at year 4, then you may not.
Yeah.
But 10 to 20, 10
That's
years.
10 years.
That's 10 years. You're gonna, but you're gonna probably
Her
remember
memory
more
might
than
fade
images.
some,
but
yeah.
But it's still a little bit more. It's still better than
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, though, if something happened to Mom when I was 10, one, it's kind of traumatic, so you may block some about, and two, I can't remember under the age of 10 having a conversation with Mom.
Yeah, like an actual
An
conversation.
actual conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like I remember memories of
You'd
her.
remember her
and
being
seeing
there
her,
and
but
stuff
I
like
can't
that,
tell you
but-
conversation we had.
So that's why I
Yeah.
say it's a little more plausible. As long as she, but it's got to be by the end of the season, which we don't even know if there's going to be a second season. I mean, it's Ewan
True.
McGregor
It's-
and them.
Yeah,
and they
it's
got better stuff
probably
to
going to
do.
be like a one-off thing.
And it's only,
like
6
Boba Fett.
episodes, I think?
Is it only going to be
I think
like
it's
6?
only 6 episodes. So they got
Yeah.
to move it along, or whatever the story on
that
this
sucks. I
one is.
want more.
Well, they may
I
have a
want
sec-
more Obi-Wan.
You may have a second season. I mean, you Disney, and you throw enough money at Ewan McGregor. I mean, you throw enough
And
money
they
at
might
him
have
to do
filmed it
anything.
all, and then they just broke it up, knowing that they wouldn't have
Yeah.
them for that long.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure they did.
Probably,
I'm
yeah.
sure they filmed it all and broke it
So, but even if they did like a second season, they would have. So there might be one.
Yeah.
If the thing is, if we end on a cliffhanger thing, we'll know.
Yeah.
But there's gonna be another one that they've already filmed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Guy that plays her dad, her adopted dad.
Bale. Oh, God.
He's in Law and Order, right?
I know Jimmy
It's been
Smith
so
was,
long
it
since
looks
I've
a
watched
lot
Law
like
and Order. I have no idea.
Like the
can't
original Law and Order.
it could have been. God, was so long ago.
Because that him.
But I've seen him in lots of movies that I like and stuff like that.
I just remember him and Benjamin Bratt being on there and thinking they looked like brothers.
Is it Jimmy Smith, isn't it?
I don't know.
Isn't that his name?
I
don't
have no
remember his
idea.
name.
I think I may have only seen him in Star Wars. I couldn't name another thing that I've
Let's
seen him
just
in.
look it up so we can see what it is.
Yeah,
Since
'cause
I've
it's
got my
kinda drive me
iPad right
crazy.
here.
No.
And I like how it
Yeah.
starts. It starts with the Padawans escaping.
Yeah.
So
My
they,
first
just
thought.
so everyone knows, Anakin didn't kill them all.
Yeah.
they
My first.
were
Well, it didn't even show them escaping.
escaped.
It didn't really show them escaping.
No.
It showed them running away. They were still in the Jedi Temple,
Yeah, true.
but.
But it was awful watching all the Jedi die.
Yeah, Jimmy Smith. That's what I thought it was.
Okay.
Because I remember him
Click on
from.
him.
Right here, Jimmy Smith.
Yeah, but I want
Oh.
to see what he's been in.
Oh, he's been in lots of stuff.
Scroll down.
Oh, you want to see?
While we're distracted, I'm gonna go ahead and try to run the Coke.
Or not? NYPD Blue. See,
He's
that's what,
NYPD Blue.
that's
That's
what
what he
I,
was
that's
in.
what I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, it wasn't Law and Order. It was
Because
NYPD
I watched
Blue.
that.
Okay.
No, nonstop. So you have that, and we already talked about Ben and Owen being at odds. You know, I understand why Owen
Yeah.
would want him to stay away.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, and then one thing is I wish and they may get to it, but well, not now, but I mean they may get to it, but I wish the Inquisitors, because she's, you know, they're trying not to get her to, you know, like when they're in the bar and she throws the knife, which I could see that. That's what I'd be like, why are you making this big speech? Because I'm an Inquisitor and I want to be intimidating, and that's.
Yeah.
He is, you know, when you get to be in the position he's in, he realized that the intimidation factor, you know, is going to linger a lot longer than her just throwing a sword and the guy had to stop, that knife guy to stop it, and let's say they chase him out of the thing, which they didn't, but let's say they did. Everybody else in the bar is going to more remember the intimidation factor of him, and that's what he's going for, a more long-term effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's young and impulsive and doesn't know that, or doesn't get that.
Yeah.
You know.
Well,
but,
because like he was like on the Outer Rim, they don't have control over the Outer Rim.
Yeah.
The
And
Hutts
that's
do.
And
That is one thing
So
that
you
why
have
I
to
can
use
I can see
intimidation.
why they're trying to rein her in. Be like, you can't just be cutting people's hands off. This is the Hutt's territory.
Yeah.
Right.
We
We don't
we
have
gotta
the
play.
manpower.
Yeah, we gotta
make
kind of
this.
play by their rules a little bit. We don't have just control over this
We don't
whole
have,
area.
because we don't want to bring, you know, a whole garrison and stuff here, you know, when we could do it without it. Why have all that trouble? You know what I mean? You can't have the people going to the huts going, hey, and then it's interfering with their trade and with their whatever they're doing. Mm-hmm. But I wish they would have explained something like that. Like the reason that the other guy, that the Inquisitor is telling her, hey, you know, you got to chill out a little bit. You're too impulsive. You're too whatever. Explain to her, you know, I mean, if we were on a different planet where we had more control, then yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But we're not. So
Yeah.
you need to chill out because the Hutts will kick us
Well,
off this planet.
Even then, even if they were on a planet that was controlled by the Empire, it's still one of those things where if you're too violent, if you're too oppressive,
People will rise up.
Revolt.
people will revolt
Yeah.
and not.
Yeah. If people know that, hey,
If
I
you're
can, I can just get a scary speech as long as I'm doing the thing and I go along to get along, I'm fine. But if I'm going along to get along and I still get my hands cut off,
Yeah.
Right.
then what's the point? It might as well be a rebellion.
Right.
Yeah.
You know? So,
Yeah.
which it brought something like that into it.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And there may have been something like that. Maybe just have time to cut
Yeah.
it out. You just never know.
I feel like it would be nice if they had done a bit of an explanation, but I feel like there's enough reasons that it's fine. There's enough reasons you can think of as to why you don't want to just randomly cut people's hands off.
Yeah.
Was
that,
it just me, or when they're having their at Leia's house, parent, whatever her house, when they're having that party thing, you see a bot that looks like C-3PO, but it's a different color. It's
silver,
not him.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then you also saw a gold one.
Yeah, you saw C-3PO.
Oh, okay.
That was
Yeah,
C-3PO.
yeah. Because
Okay.
remember, he took C-3PO and has mind wiped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why R2 remembers the Clone
Yeah,
Wars.
yeah.
Remembers Obi-Wan.
Yeah. And,
But-
you know, C-3PO doesn't remember he was created
Yeah.
by Darth Vader.
Yeah.
So
And then they had,
that would be scarring.
Yeah.
And yeah, and like I said, when we had that party and stuff, I thought it would have, to me, it would have been better if Leia would have lost the argument to her cousin. Now I know maybe they're showing that she has some sort of force ability. That's why she's good at being a
Getting into your
yeah.
mind.
Yeah,
Sort of thing.
and you know she's good at I guess whenever she's Princess Leia in the thing, was she a senator then in Episode 4?
She was a senator in Episode 4.
Did it say she was a senator? I can't remember, but that's why she'd be good at something like that. But when she's young, she wouldn't have the confidence a lot of times to do something like that. You know, and it seems like a lot of times nowadays, especially when they're writing like the female roles, it's like they're too perfect. She needs to have some struggles as far as she could have still used her force thing to give him kind of tell him off a little bit like he did, but he should have come back and really.
Especially how much older he was.
He was.
He I feel like he could have had some sort of.
He could have come back and even
it could have even been not a necessarily a good or smart comeback, but one that hurt her feelings
hurt
more.
her feelings, and she gets emotional about it or whatever like
Yeah.
that, because she needs to have an arc of, hey, I'm a 10-year-old.
Right.
And then I like by the end of the series or something like that, I come into my being where you can see me. Oh, she's becoming that strong Leia that we know.
Yeah.
But not no one who's strong since they were 10.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Characters need to have arcs. They need to have somewhere to go.
Yeah.
Right.
You know. So because she
Agreed.
doesn't seem like she's a little kind of like a kid, but she's not like a crazy. She's not like a Kylo who's seems like a spoiled brat that's whatever and all this stuff. So she has.
It could be one of those things where she's not in the whole season, so they wanted to give you like, hey, here's
Leia.
a
It could
impression
be.
of Leia when she was a little girl. She's only in a couple episodes, so you know.
Yeah. Which that would be all right and stuff like that. Yeah. And then
Because I'm assuming
could be
Luke
okay.
is
Yeah.
going to be in, unless we're just going to meet Leia. I'm assuming.
I mean, we saw Luke.
I'm assuming we're going to meet Luke too.
yeah, he meets him a couple times, but they're not like buddy pals or anything. I can't because he goes, that old man by the Dune Sea or whatever. He knows him. He's met him. It seems like.
Yeah.
But they're not hanging out all the time.
Yeah.
But and I like Flea. I recognize him right off.
Yeah.
You know, he's trying to kidnap Leia. I was like,
Yeah.
is that Flea?
Yeah. That was funny.
Yeah, I
I
liked
did
him.
not.
I liked him. Didn't like the chase.
No.
The chase was.
The chase was dumb.
They
were kind of.
They even did a thing where she comes up to him, and like Leia comes up to him, and they're talking. His two cronies come up behind her, so they have her like kind of
Boxed
trapped,
in,
kind
yeah.
of boxed in between them, and little 10-year-old feet, she just runs away.
Yeah.
Right.
Which they were young at one time. When they were that old and they were that tall, within 3 or 4 steps, I've already got you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It didn't take long.
yeah.
And I can see them. They don't want to hurt her. They're just trying to kidnap her and box her in.
I mean,
but when you show the one running,
if you're
and
trying
getting
to
hit-
capture
hits-
her,
it
you're
hits a
still
tree
gonna
limb.
grab her.
Yeah, just grab her.
Yeah.
And I had that one hit the tree limb as they were running, and I'm like nobody's ever
you're
done that except in a silly movie.
You wouldn't have even hired somebody that dumb.
Exactly.
If you're chasing
Yeah.
after somebody and they duck under something
And you run in-
just
run
run
in.
straight into it, and you're like, oh, what's this doing here?
Yeah.
What?
I know. That was stupid.
Like, that's the only scene out of the whole thing. That was the only scene that I'm like, okay, this is
That was really,
yeah.
because even when when
Reva
cut the hands off, it was, and then also went up against Owen. That still wasn't crazy. Whatever.
Yeah.
It still would have been nice to explain the Hutts, why you couldn't do that. But this was just ridiculous.
It came out of a kid show.
Yeah.
That scene came out of a children's show, which would be fine if the rest of the episode was a children's show.
Yeah.
It's not a children's show when you cut somebody's hands off.
No,
Right.
it's not.
Like, that is also a problem that the Clone Wars series had.
Yeah.
Where you've got episodes where it's very child friendly. There's episodes even about some of the Padawans sometimes. And then you have episodes where Ventress comes up, force chokes somebody pulls them into her lightsaber and kisses them on the cheek as she kills her. I'm like, that's not a children's show thing.
That's not a kid show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when you like say cut the hands off, or you have the Jedi hanging from the thing.
His dead body hanging
Right.
from a archway or whatever. I'm like,
Yeah. Hi,
it's not,
kids.
it's not a children's show.
Yeah.
And then that one scene comes straight out of a
Yeah.
kids show. I'm like,
So if I'm Leia's dad, would I, if I'm Bail, would I try to get in touch with Obi-Wan? Would, of course. He's like, out of the living ones, except for like Yoda, he's like the one that, you're going to know the best, the one that's going to be.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to get, him, but I'm also, am I not like a leader of the planet? If he knows what ship they hid on, why doesn't he have... You need to give me a reason, like I can't do it as secret. I don't want anybody to know, or for some reason it would destabilize it. Something besides and plus I sent my own garrison of 500 guys and 18 ships after him because it's my daughter, and I don't care what everybody thinks, and I don't care how bad it looks.
yeah.
It's my daughter. I mean, who's gonna say, "Oh, how dare he?"
Right.
Yeah.
It's his daughter.
Like, he's a senator in the Empire.
Yeah.
Like, he can't pull some stormtroopers and send troops down. He knows what planet they went to.
Well,
He's a senator in the Empire?
They're part of the Empire.
Part of the Empire.
The Republic became the Empire.
Yeah.
So he's part of the Empire.
Yeah, and then they don't get rid of the Senate.
They don't get rid of the
episode
Senate
4.
until
Yeah. But yeah, now he's a senator. She's a princess, which means he's the leader of the planet, pretty much, right? He's
Yeah.
like a king and a
Yes.
queen, kind of.
Yes.
Because otherwise, why is she a princess?
Yeah.
I'm assuming
that is the one thing that I'm like, because they still call him senator.
I believe so.
'Cause I'm
But
like,
maybe
if he's still just a senator, then why is she a princess?
and I
And they
think are
keep-
senators leader of their planets because they go represent them. So over the
Could
course of
be.
thousands of years, having the senate or whatever it is, that the senators just became. That's what they call the head of the.
She's
people.
called princess even
In-
in like episodes
So,
4, 5, and 6.
yeah.
Yeah.
I still don't understand why she's
Yeah.
called princess.
I just assumed
And
that
in
her
the-
mom
well,
and dad
in the
were king and queen of
prequels-
their planet.
I did too,
in the
but they're
prequels,
senators.
Padme, she's Queen Amidala. She's the queen
She
of
is
Naboo.
the queen.
In episode 1. Then
But
she
they're elected,
becomes
yeah.
a senator after that.
Yeah, and they elect their queens.
Yeah.
And I don't know how it works on
Alderaan.
Alderaan. I don't know how it works on Alderaan.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it could
be the leaders that they call them
that the
senator
senator is the leader of the
is
planet.
basically the
but I
king.
feel like we need a little bit of an explanation.
yeah, yeah.
So like,
yeah.
if they're calling her princess,
Yeah.
but they still called him a senator,
Senator.
and they said she'll be a senator one day. So I'm like, okay, is this?
Yeah.
It does seem. It
So
does
is it
seem like.
hereditary on that planet? It's
Yeah.
hereditary thing, and it could be like in some of the book stuff. But I shouldn't have to read a book to understand.
Yeah,
the show.
I'm like.
But yeah, so little things like that, and that's where you go from a good show, you know what I mean, from like an 8, in my mind, to like a 10. A 10 is one that I can rewatch and rewatch and rewatch, and I might find more stuff out. Oh, I didn't notice that before, but it's nothing that I go, why are they doing that? It all kind of makes sense, and you're not going, yeah, that chase scene in the thing was dumb.
Yeah.
Or I'm having questions like, I didn't really catch some of this stuff in the first watching. It was the second watching. I didn't catch the chase scene because that was so blatant.
The chase scene was very blatant.
Yeah.
But like the other one where I'm like, why didn't he send his guards and everybody to
Well,
go
why does
find
he have
her?
to have Obi-Wan?
Yeah.
I can see still calling him to have an extra person,
Yeah.
but I'm still sending
Yeah,
every
'cause
soldier that I can find in every ship.
It's one thing to be like,
'Cause
we don't want people to know that she's not actually our daughter, that she's.
Why would they know that just by?
Yeah, I'm like, there's no way anyone would
Because they
be
didn't
able
even
to.
know that. The
Yeah.
kidnappers didn't know that. I don't think Reva knew that.
No.
She was.
The only reason she did it was because she knew that.
But Leia knows
She
she's
found out
adopted.
that-
Well, we don't even find that out. till the
No,
second
she
one.
doesn't.
Huh?
Her cousin said you're not a real Organa.
Huh?
Yeah, and so I don't know
She
if that means
knows
that
she's
she
adopted.
knows.
It doesn't.
Or she
it
doesn't-
doesn't
it doesn't-
necessarily mean she knows, because she seemed really insecure about it. Like, am I adopted? It seems like she doesn't know.
If she wouldn't be insecure, she'd be like, what
Yeah.
are you talking about if she didn't know?
I was taking it as that she
She
knew.
knows.
Is that she knew. You know what I
That
mean?
she's
Because
adopted.
I'm sure as a senator already, they would have known if her parents,
Yeah.
if they were pregnant and came back.
It's hard
Yeah.
to hide.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I'm thinking
And-
she knows.
They know, but I want to know, what do they tell her about her biological parents?
They probably said that they died in the war or something
Yeah.
like that. So you have that,
That's
and then
technically true.
yeah, and the only
Except
last
one.
the only last thing I have, and I can see you trying to really convince Obi-Wan to go back. He's like, no, I've got to protect. He doesn't want to.
Yeah.
He's stuck in that thing, and it's hard to get out of that rut.
Yeah.
You know.
It did seem like an excuse. Like,
Yeah.
no, my
got-
duty's here,
except
even
for
though
Luke.
he's not really doing a whole
Yeah,
lot.
he's not doing
No.
anything but watching him.
Luke is the safest out of the two.
Yeah.
She's a
'Cause-
senator's daughter.
Yeah, because nobody knows.
Right.
The only one that would know would be Anakin. And Anakin would have to say who his, uncle. It's his uncle, right?
Yeah.
And she, and then,
Or it's his.
So is it his aunt, and she married Uncle Owen. I think it's Uncle Owen, and he married.
Owen
Aunt
is
Beru.
is Anakin's stepbrother.
Stepbrother.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Or
he
half
would-
brother.
So they're not even technically really related. So he would have to remember that and think that they're going to go.
Or no,
Yeah.
because he was. Owen was.
There's
The-
his stepbrother, not half.
Yeah, stepbrother, not half. Yeah, because he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, because whatever his father was, he already had him by the time he
Yeah.
married.
And I think Owen is older than Anakin.
Possibly. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, but that, and then the only other little thing that I had on there was when Obi-Wan is leaving, and he flashes and shows his lightsaber when he's putting something in his pocket or whatever. He wouldn't do that. That's very careless.
Yeah.
That shows
Right.
you are a Jedi.
Yeah, I feel
Why
like-
would you flash that just to show. You
'Cause
could
they
have
show
done it.
this-
You could have done
Yeah.
it in a different way that it didn't expose him to danger.
Yeah.
Right.
They show the scene of him digging in the desert. I think it would have been cooler if in this episode they show him digging in the desert, they show him leave at the end, they don't show the lightsaber. They don't even show the lightsaber when he digs it up, they just show him digging.
Yeah.
And then he's getting some stuff together and then he leaves. And then in the next episode, he has to pull it out and use it, so you don't really know if he actually has it.
Yeah.
You think he does, but you don't know for sure. Then
Yeah.
he pulls it out.
Because he
in a
because,
fight or something.
foreshadowing. You don't need to show that he got it because he told that guy to go bury it in the desert.
Yeah,
So you
so
can
we
assume
knew
the
what he was
only
doing.
reason he would go dig in the desert, what, for money? You know what I mean? No, he's going to dig for that. You knew what it was,
Yeah.
unless you're a complete moron.
Yeah.
You don't have to treat us like morons. We get
And my
what's
whole
going
thing
on.
was like, why is he digging? Why didn't he just do this and bring the lightsaber up? He just didn't use force and bring
Well,
the
he hasn't
lightsaber
really
up.
used it for 10 years, and
How
you know
did you lose it?
it'll bring attraction. It's still a muscle. You know,
Yeah.
you gotta practice that and stuff. As Yoda showed Luke in the thing, you gotta really practice at it. Your mind's got to be there. So
And he always, because you notice, even other Jedi have done this, but like Anakin, he would use it. He would just use it. You know what I mean? Just
yeah,
Obi-Wan never did that, and
The
he
good
got on to
guys-
Anakin for doing it.
yeah. The good
Yeah.
guys don't use it as for frivolous things. Where that's
Yeah.
more of a
And
Sith.
Anakin always did that.
I can see a
Yeah.
Sith doing that just to show off and just to whatever. And
It's for laziness almost.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna get up and get this. Like,
Yeah.
and he did it all the time, and Obi-Wan always got onto him for it.
Yeah. All right, so that's all I got. Anybody else got anything else?
No, I think that's.
No, it was pretty
No?
good.
Yeah.
I liked
Overall,
it. Like I said,
really
I liked
liked
it.
it.
I liked the first episode. It was really good.
Yeah.
my only complaint is the chase scene.
Yeah, I really.
And then,
was it?
I mean, child actors are child actors, so
Right.
yeah,
was it
She's
Star
okay.
Wars level great? No, but
yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't on the level of like the episodes.
and I'm not talking about the.
Original Star Wars.
Yeah, I'm talking about the original episode 1, 2, and 3. Even it's not on the same as
4,
those.
5, and 6. Yeah,
No, I mean 4, 5, and 6, and 1, 2, and 3.
yeah.
It's not on the
1,
same
2.
level as those.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know. 1, 2, and 3 is still kind of. There's
I
lots
like
of things.
1, 2,
Yeah.
and 3 though.
There's still lots of things.
Because we
in that
grew
you're
up
like,
with 1, 2, and 3.
There is
Yeah,
lots of things, but I like 1, 2, and 3. It's not stupid. Like
Yeah, but on rewatching
7, 8, 9.
even 1, 2, and 3, like I told Connor earlier, I said Obi-Wan said I don't remember ever owning a droid before. You were only hung out with R2D2 since and C-3PO since Anakin was what 10 years old until he was however old, 20 years old. Hayden
Yeah.
Christensen was supposed to be. Anakin
Well,
was older, and you
I
hang out
thought
the whole
that was
time.
sarcasm or something, or like you know what I mean.
No, he just
It's
said like,
what
"Don't remember
it
owning a
does-
droid before." And you're just like he could it
After
could be, but
after watching episodes 1, 2, and 3, it seems like more of a Obi-Wan being like the from a certain point of view sort of thing. It seems like him being like that.
Yeah.
Technically,
Because
he didn't own a
technically,
droid.
he didn't own R2, and even then,
And
R2,
C-3PO, he definitely didn't own.
yeah, because C-3PO belonged to.
Anakin.
Anakin
Well, no,
building.
because between episodes 1 and 2, C-3PO stayed with Shmi, and then he was on the Lars moisture farm.
Yeah.
And then in episode 2, he took him with him. And R2 was owned by Padme,
Yeah.
and she gave him to Anakin,
Yeah.
like after episode 2, I guess. And he gave her 3PO.
Yeah, but so just little things
But
like that.
even then, it's
but-
still the entire period of episode 2 through episode 3
Yeah.
that,
He would know who he is.
yeah.
But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, I really liked. I liked the first episode. It was really good. I don't
Yeah.
really have. I mean, like I said, there's hardly anything that you're going to watch and never have any complaints.
No,
You know,
especially
so.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, and we should hopefully, well, if we get time, because we're doing this, we gotta go see Maverick, and I want to do Boba Fett, even though I heard it's not that great. It'd be fun to pick apart,
Yeah.
you know. And then
And
we
it
got-
won't make me angry because it's not a part of the main story.
Yeah, even though I've been a fan of Boba Fett
I like
since I
Boba
was a
Fett,
kid.
but it's not a.
Yeah.
He's old now. It's not
Yeah.
a huge
Yeah.
thing. Like.
And then we're gonna do Wheel of Time, because we've already watched Wheel of Time, but we're gonna do a review on it anyway, because we're big Wheel of Time fans.
Yeah.
The book
Yes.
series, we all
Yes.
read the books multiple times.
Long-time fans.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so, but yeah, so if there's not anything else, you want to add anything else, then we'll end this one and, watch the second one.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. All right, thanks for, tuning in Crane's Barn Grill, where, review of Obi-Wan Episode 1. I'll have a good evening. Bye.
May the Force
Bye.
be with you.
Yeah.